So, hi. This behind me is my current home library, and what you cannot see, what is not pictured, is this beautiful stack of books that I have on the floor here, some of which are hidden by my chair. And this stack here, furthest to the end, is new arrivals. So I'm going to do a quick little haul with you, and then when I'm done doing that haul with you, you and I are going to organize my whole entire library. We're going to take those books off of the floor, and we're going to find some way to get them onto those shelves there. That's the goal. That's today's goal. Let me grab something to rest these books on, and then I'm going to briefly give you a quick little overview of why I have all these books, and then I'm going to sort them into piles, and that will help at least the sorting process right here. Okay, so starting with the very top of the stack, the Utopia. This book I took from my little library, and I took it because a friend of mine donated a collection of books. This is in the collection, and it's literally, it says on the back, join the journey to the planet's most impressive places and crack the blueprint for a utopian world. So it talks about a bunch of countries in which tons of things that we don't do here in America are very much possible, like people being fed well, poverty and homelessness not being a thing, drug abuse not being a thing, because just there are lots of issues in here, or not issues, but concepts and theories in here that I would like to discuss, and I thought that this would be interesting if I ever get around to reading it. When I get around to reading it, I should say. The Waves by Virginia Woolf. I have never heard of this book. I have read Virginia Woolf before. I picked this up because I've never heard of it, and as much as I did not enjoy certain parts of A Room of One's Own, I do want to get more into Virginia Woolf. So I have Naguib. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I don't want to butcher it, but it is Middle Eastern Studies fiction. The universality and timeliness of this book cannot be denied. I butchered all of those names, and I am so sorry. And now that I'm flipping through this, I think the only reason why I picked this up is because it was Middle Eastern Studies, but now that I'm reading the back of it again and butchering all of those names, I low-key don't want to read it. But I'm gonna put it right now in my unhaul pile. Where is my unhaul pile? I think my sister took all those books. I'm gonna put this in my unhaul pile and see if I have another book surrounding Cairo, and if I don't, then I'll keep this one. Next we have Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi. The cover of this book is really creepy. One of the best known books in the world, Pinocchio at the same time remains unknown, linked in many minds to the Walt Disney movie that bears little relation to Carlo Collodi's splendid original. I just thought it would be cool to have the story of Pinocchio. My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. It's a novel and also a major motion picture. I figured this one would be a really good palate cleanser read. A provocative novel that raises some important ethical issues. My Sister's Keeper is a story of one family's struggle for survival at all human costs. A stunning moral parable of all time. I think this is going to be a cool novel. P.S. I love you. obviously based on the, well, I don't know if it's based on the Netflix show or if this one came out first, but I read this because I saw the movie on Netflix. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I genuinely only picked this up because my sister told me to read it. Diary, a novel by Chuck Palahniuk. Palahniuk's most impressive work to date. Okay. The Immortals by Chloe Benjamin. It's 1969 in New York City's Lower East Side. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why I took this book. Got The Carrie Diaries, and if you guys have never seen this show or read this book or you don't know what this is, The Carrie Diaries is the original show that predates, or I don't know if it predates, but it is like the backstory to Carrie, like from Sex and the City. It's like her teenage years and what got her into fashion, and like her running away from home to the city to like go do cool fashion stuff. And I freaking loved that show on Netflix, and so I just wanted to see if the book was anything like that. Lady in the Lake by Laura Lippman. Sounds like a cool thriller situation. All the Water in the World, a novel by Karen Rainey. Don't know anything about this. I just like the cover and it seems like it's gonna be a cool filler novel. I like to collect tons of book fun novels or filler novels like this to read in between studying things, because sometimes my brain needs a break. The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. In Spanish, I traded this for one of my copies because Mo wanted a copy and I wanted one in Spanish. Valerie the Mort Dart, York Medieval Text. I don't know why I have this, so I'm gonna put this in the unhaul pile. The Saga of King Hrolf Kraki. I love a good saga. It says composed in medieval Iceland. Hrolf's saga is one of the greatest of all mythic legendary sagas, relating half fantastic Icelandic prose and a masterful gathering of epic cultic memory, traditional folktale, and myth from the Viking Age and earlier. I am gonna eat this all the way up. Gisli Sursing Saga and the Saga of the People of Erie. Another saga. Mostly I took these because they're Penguin classics. In 10th century Iceland, these two sagas follow the fate of a powerful Viking family across 2 generations from its early Norwegian ancestry through fierce battles to defend its honor. I might eat this up a little bit less, but I'm also going to eat it up. Milan Kundera, The Unbearable Lightness of Being, a novel. I feel like I've heard a lot about this title, and I just want to, but it has the summary folded in the front cover. I kind of hate that. A young woman is in love with a successful surgeon, a man torn between the love for her and his incorrigible womanizing. Ernest J. Gaines, A Lesson Before Dying. I took this because it's written by a black man. And that right there concludes my haul. That all of these books in this stack are novels. So that makes my life 10 times easier. Except this one. Oh no, fiction. So these are all fiction. This one is black lit, so it's gonna go with the black lit, and these two are Penguin classics, so they're gonna go with the Penguin classics. But let's get to organizing, shall we? This is my magazine collection. Classic literature, but like I technically want my classic literature to be with my novels because they are novels. But like they're classics. Maybe I'll do like have like this contemporary novels, and then like this shelf over here with like my Toni Morrison and my Penguins can be like classic literature. But we'll have to like see how much classic literature and how much actual novels I finish taking things down. Nice edition of Don Quixote that I have. exhibition of Madame Bovary and Proust's Swan Way and Steinbeck's collected novels, which you saw me read if you watched my last few reading videos. More classics. I'm thinking I want to put my, what's this called? My record player. I think I want to put my record player on my little TBR table over there. Okay, so this is my new library. We have my cookbooks, which I haven't really gone through, my fiction shelf, my classics, my children's lit essays, and I don't know, I'll get more into it later. And then this is it, no more books on the floor. And actually the books that were on the floor are now here. I'm kidding. I actually went through everything, and these are the ones that I decided to get rid of, which is about half of the amount that I had lined up there. So I'll slowly, quickly take you through it. These first two shelves are Black literature, and then from here on down we have fiction. So we have ones that were like kind of nostalgia-esque, and then contemporary fiction. Down here we have some hardcover classics. Here we have some European classics, but not really specific, just like classics. This is my short stories and anthologies. And then clearly my Penguin classics, and then these are more classics, but like mass market paperback editions because they're tiny. Up here we have YA, Harry Potter, more kids books and YA. Down here we have philosophy and critical theory. Down here we have all of my nonfiction / mostly just essays, and then my dictionary collection and more essays. This bottom shelf is all memoirs, biographies, and autobiographies. This is all poetry, and these are all plays, and then leftover journals / used journals, and then more plays, but mostly my Shakespeare collection, and a couple of coffee table books, because over here we have my magazines and other books on art history and coffee table books, my record collection, after forever of saying that I needed to get it done.